We need some valorous young men and women who want to dedicate their lives to living, not on a very high level, frankly, but who are very game and very gutsy and are willing to chase news stories that need to be covered.
The next question that I have is, have you ever felt your life was in imminent danger? If so, would you be willing to do so again now that you're a mother and a wife? Yes, I have felt that I was in imminent danger.
That's incoming.
Would I go back now that I'm a wife and a mother? I have. Is it much harder? Yes. Do I feel terribly guilty? Yes, I do.
The network said in a statement she was separated from her team after they were surrounded by a mob of more than 200 people.
CBS reporter Lara Logan had suffered a brutal and sustained sexual assault and beating.
Lara was covering the celebrations in Cairo last Friday when she was surrounded by a mob, sexually assaulted and beaten.
On February 11th, Lara Logan, the CBS reporter, was attacked by a crowd of angry Egyptians in Tahrir Square, the day after the resignation of Hosni Mubarak, the former president of Egypt. Next morning, she was reunited with her crew and escorted back to the United States to be hospitalized. In Egypt, there have been over 140 cases where journalists have been either injured or killed. Here are some of the other countries where journalists have died: Iraq, Philippines, Algeria, Russia, Colombia, Pakistan, Somalia, India, Mexico, and Afghanistan. This brings up the question, are journalists putting themselves in too much danger to deliver the news? Are they endanger people around them? Is that worth it?
I do think that they're putting their lives at risk, and I think they have to make a judgment call on whether it's safe or not. However, if they're not over there and we don't get to see what really goes on, that really is the only way we can see what's going on.
I feel like it is a bit of a factor because they are putting their lives on the line, but in order for us as Americans to know what's going on, how are we supposed to find out if we don't send reporters to receive the information, get it back to us? For all we know, they could be planning some kind of threat to America. We would never know if we don't send reporters. I mean, yes, there is a lot of stuff going on where reporters are supposedly getting killed, but, you know, they chose this job.
Some people say journalists have no business report on issues that don't directly pertain on their country. Are these journalists making themselves target in the dangerous part of the world? On the other hand, without these reports, many of us around the world will be kept in the dark.
USARB, U.S. Army, Vietnam, the commanding generals who who were in charge of this war had no appreciation for the media and public relations and appropriate use of the media to tell the story or inspire the Home Guard or anything of this nature. When you deploy out of the United States and you're carrying a camera anywhere, in Europe, in the Middle East, anywhere, a TV camera, what do people think you are? A spy. But if we just ignore it, if we're not paying attention to it, if it's off limits, then it's a cancer. And it just continues to get worse and worse and worse and worse, you know. You guys, the only thing that heals anything is light. Information is power, and if we don't do this business well, especially going to places that are on the cusp of becoming a global story and get the latitude and longitude down so that people understand what is going on and why and who are the principals and where's funding coming from, all the good journalistic questions. We run up with a fire hose after the house is ashes, if you know what I'm saying. And it's too late.
It's obvious that many reporters are in danger, but it's safe to say that many of them know and accept this danger. Without them, we would have no knowledge about foreign news. Nevertheless, thanks to their devotion to uncovering the truth, many of us can now take the proper steps to correct any situation.